Welcome back. We are now doing a video for tangent and secant lengths, lesson 23, the homework review, part 1. Question number 1, in a diagram shown, secants A, B, D, and AEC have been drawn from external points A such that AD equals 6, AE equals 4, and BD equals 8. Which the following is the length of AC. So of course AC we're looking for the full length here. So we know in this case, let's label diagram that AD is 6 and that AE is 4 and BD is 8. So relationship here, we know that when two tangents, so secants meet outside of a circle, their measurements are the whole segment, which is AB times the exterior segment, or exterior segment AD, is equal to the measure of AC, the whole secant, times external part AE. Now EC we don't know, so we'll call, in this case, well, we only need EC. Actually, to be honest, we're looking for AC. So here, we'll call AC X. And so AB is going to be, well, AB is not 6 or 8, is really 6 plus 8. Please be very careful, ladies and gentlemen, we're adding the segments, not multiplying them. So that would be AB is 14. AD is the external segment is 6. AC, which we call X, and AE is 4. Okay, so we are going to now divide both sides by 4. Now, in this case, this divides out here 2 and 3, and this divides out here 7 and 1. So we have in this case, AC is equal to 21. So that's the measure of AC. Okay, so again, we have two secants meeting outside of a circle. The measurements of basically the product of the secant times external segment is equal to the product of the other secant times external segment. Question number 2. In circle below, tangent PA and secant PBC have been drawn. If PB is 4, so we'll make this 4, and BC is 12, which the following is length of tangent of PA, which we call X. Well, when a tangent and a secant meet outside of a circle, the measurements are usually the measure of tangent squared is equal to the measure of the secant times its external segment, PB. And so PA, well, is X, so we'll call it X squared. PC, again, PC is neither 4 or 12. It is the sum of them, which is going to be 16. And then PB is 4, which means in this case, X squared equals 16 times 4, 64. Or here, PA, which is X, is equal to 8. Now, yes, it could be negative 8, but we're using in this case positive values for measurements. Therefore, answer for PA will be 8. Okay. All right. So again, I guess what comes down to is that when whether dealing with two secants or a secant tangent, the general rule of thumb is we take the whole segment times its external part or outside part, and say equal to the other whole segment times external part. And so here the tangent, the whole part is the external part. So that's how it works out. Question number 3. Now here we had to draw a diagram, and so they told us two secants are drawn from exterior point A. Secant AC first intersects circle at point B. Secant AE first intersects circle at point D. So you had to draw the circle, and you had to draw, in this case, secant AC. Knowing in this case, it said that the secant intersected point B first, so it'll be the value, the point between A and C. The same thing for secant AE, that if it passes through the circle first at point D, D is on AE. All right, so this is a diagram we had to actually draw. So hopefully you're able to follow along with that and draw a diagram correctly. Now, AB is 10, and AD is 12. AC is 24, so that's the whole secant's measurement. And we're trying to find length of DE, which is X. Okay, so we'll set this up, and again, it should be the whole secant, which is AC, times its outside part, which is AB, is equal to the whole secant AE times outside part AD. Now again, the whole idea of AE is equal to x plus 12. Okay, so we will find this case. We'll find this case AE using x plus 12. Now afterwards, we are going to find DE because DE is equal to x. So what we solve for x will be what we're looking for. So now AC we're told is 24. The AB is 10. And we have AE to be x, x plus 12. And AD is going to be 12. Now we could distribute the 12 with the x plus 12, but I'm going to divide both sides by 12 here. And you might say, why is that? Well, I like simplifying things first because I'm actually liking fractions more than a lot more people do because it makes my numbers easier to work with because I can divide things out. So these 12s divide out to 1, and the 24 and 12 divide out to 2, leaving me with, in this case, 10 over 5, 10 over 2, and this divides out here. Oh, I'm sorry, this should be 1, and this should be 2. Yeah, fractions are good for you. Make sure you do the work properly. So now I'm left with, in this case, my numerator on the left side to be 2 times 10, or 20. And on the right side, I have x plus 12. So I have found in this case that AE equals 20, but I want to find DE. So subtracting 12 on both sides, x is equal to 8. And so therefore, DE is equal to 8. Okay? All right. We're doing pretty well, hopefully. Hope you guys are following along. Please make sure if you want to just pause the video and go over questions you're not sure about. But you'll see in this case every single time, I'm going to write out the equation in terms of the segments. And the main reason why I do this is because I know what to fill in, to be very careful about things. So, and of course, always read the last sentence because I myself have made errors before. I want to make sure I'm answering the correct part. Okay, so now we're at question number 4. So a secant and a tangent are drawn to a circle with a common exterior point. If the length of tangent is 14 inches, so here again it draws itself. We didn't label anything, and so do we just know in this case that the tangent is touch circle at 1 point, while secant goes to circle at 2 points. So our tangent segment is this piece here, and that measures 14. And the length of the internal segment of the secant, this secant here, is 4. Now, it says here, then which of the following is the length in inches of the internal segment? So looking for this piece here, I'll call x. Well, so we have in this case, the outside part of the tangent squared is equal to the whole secant, which is x plus 4, not 4x. Please remember we're adding the segments. X plus 4 times the external segment, which is 4. So now 14 squared, well, that's 196, I believe, is equal to 4x plus 4. 4x plus 4. Now, what happens is we're trying to find the internal segment, so that will be the x value we're looking for. So let's now subtract both sides by 4. And we have 4x is equal to 192. Let's divide both sides by 4. Well, I know that the 4 goes into 19. I believe it's going to be 4 times, so it's a 16, remainder of 3, 32, and 32 is divided by 4 8 times. 8 times? 32 divided by, 32 divided by 4. Why am I not getting this right? Yes, 8 times. Oh my goodness, so crazy. So that gives it 48. So now x equals 48. That's the measure we're looking for, which is why I'm having a hard time with my numbers here. So let's see, 196, x plus 4 times 4. It's, oh, I see what happened. Oh, shucks, ladies and gentlemen. So I am going to not edit this out. I'm actually leave this in here to show you how sometimes even when in a rush, we make mistakes. It should be 4x plus 16. Oh man, I'm so sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. So subtract 16 both sides. So 4x is equal to 180. Divide both sides by 4, and therefore x is equal to, that's going to be, I believe it should be 45. All right. So the internal segment is x, and so that's going to be choice 3. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, so what we'll do here is we'll take a break here for part 1, and just as I've shown before, that how we're in a rush and we're trying to just not be careful. I have to be more careful too. Be careful as well too, ladies and gentlemen, that you have to distribute properly. We have our formula set up and all, but even one small thing can throw things off. Thankful that the choices here were to check and see that we can go back and double check our work in this. So even though I made the mistake, I hope this was helpful to you guys, and it should be, keep in mind that you want to really be able to, I guess, draw diagrams carefully. You want to read the questions carefully, and of course, set up your equations. All right. So this is the end of part 1. I hope you enjoyed it, and please give a like if it sounds helpful. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so to let you guys know when new videos are showing up and all. I feel in this case that I'm going to be trying to put up not just the review videos, but also maybe videos that are hopefully explain these things as well too. So maybe that'll be helpful as well. In any case, thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Take care and be safe.